And bam, you are live, baby. What's up, Steve-O?
What's up? What's up, baby? What's going on, my brother?
Hey, man. Hey, I got to get in the mood for tonight, okay?
Oh yeah,
I got to get in the mood.
what's on the menu tonight, man? What's on the
Hold on. Going to give you a little preview of what's happening tonight. Hey. All right, piece of Pop Smoke. I'm talking about Dior Dior. Look how excited he was. This is when he knew this was gonna be a hit. I love this video. Man. Who are we talking about tonight, Steve-O?
Man, we talk about the one and only the LVMH, and then it's an acronym because they hold so many companies. You know what I'm
Talking
saying?
about this guy right here.
Bernard Arnold.
The main man, the chairman and CEO of LVMH. Now, look at all these brands.
Jesus Christ, look at that. You got from the top, you got Sephora, you got Christian Dior,
Dior.
the
You got Givenchy. I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest, okay? I'm not even that fancy guy like that. I don't know none of these brands. I ain't got the money like that. But tonight, man, I felt like I had to treat myself. Okay, let me get comfortable here real quick. Let me get comfortable here real quick. Hold on.
what are we pulling out here?
Hold
What are we
on a
pulling
second,
out
baby.
here?
I
What
gotta
are we
get, I
pulling
gotta,
out here?
I gotta get in the mood because my boy's talking about
Oh!
luxury. My boy's talking about luxury here. Hold on a second. Let me clean myself. Let me get ready.
Look at
It's
this
about to be a
guy.
fire stream, baby. I had
Dang.
to put on the shirt for you, boy. I had to get
Oh,
right.
man. Is that Versace? What are we working with? I don't know what we working with
I
there.
had to get right for the night, baby. It's
Oh,
only right that I get right. It's only right that I get right.
man. Look at that.
We got the Louis on me.
Got that Louis, bro.
Got the Louis, man. I had to get ready for Bernard. I had to give Bernard a couple of more dollars. I, you know. Now, if we're gonna verify if this is from one of Bernard's factories or not, we're not gonna fact check here tonight. We're not gonna fact check.
Ah,
Okay, all
dang.
right. If you're gonna tell me, hey, is that the real thing? Hey, it's real. It's on my face, baby. That's all that matters. Okay. Tonight we got the Louis on me.
You got the Louis, man. My boy's rocking the Louis.
We got
Uh,
any comments? What's going on, peoples? We got
what's
a
up?
couple of viewers. Drop a comment. Let us know you're in the house. Who's in the house?
Yeah,
We're
who's
gonna
in
get into it tonight, guys.
and you guys rock with any of these brands that you see over here, you know, from the Sephora. I'm sure I know a lot of females like Sephora, you know, we got the Christian Dior, we got the Louis V, of course, we got the Fendi, we got the Marc Jacobs. My goodness. Dude, they even own Tiffany and Company.
Yep.
They even own Peloton.
Where?
Real good.
Wow.
I did not know they own a Peloton. That's crazy. Wow.
I mean, look at the wine and spirits. The other side of this, the MH side is the Moet Hennessy.
That's true. You're right about the liquors. Yeah. So they got the Hennessy, they got Belvedere vodka.
Got Bree in the house.
What's up, Bree?
Who else is who's the other viewer? We need a chat. We need to hear you guys. Hold on here. We're having technical difficulties. This thing is lagging.
So I got a funny story while you're doing that, right? When I was in college, I had a Louis Vuitton wallet. and
Mhm.
you know, and one night, this is freshman year, I got a little intoxicated more than you know, I should have drank. And then morning time, I wake up, bro. I see all my cards laid out on the bed, my driver license, everything out, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I look, my wallet is gone, but the robber took my Louis Vuitton wallet.
No.
Yeah, yeah. That's what happened to me, bro. So yeah, man. I haven't had a Louis Vuitton wallet since then. So you know what I'm saying. If you want to bless your
I
boy,
mean, you were in Turkey just a month ago, man. You know what I mean? We could have been dripped out from head to toe for $100.
man, I got respect for Bernard, man. I can't be buying that. Hey, Louis, I need the real thing, bro.
Listen, this man is making a lot of money. We're gonna find out tonight. All these brands, how much money Mr. Bernard, how much, how, what's his net worth? Do you know? Let's
Uh,
check. Let's get a fact check on him.
let's get Bernard's
I think at one point,
net. I think he's like 145. Yeah, 145 billion dollars. 145.6. Essentially 147 billion.
all right, speak up a little bit, Steve. Or your audio kind of is like comes in. Yeah.
To cut off a little bit. So he has
Yep.
145 billion dollars. Do you hear my
Now,
audio now?
yeah. So one thing that I learned is that they're actually listed in the Paris Stock Exchange, not in the U.S.
Yeah.
So the way to I didn't even know there was a thing where you can buy these kind of stocks
Over the
in the
counter, yeah.
US through like some kind of I don't know what they called it.
Yeah, you could buy it through ADP. So over the counter, you could buy them.
Yeah, over the counter. What is that?
It's like there's a facilitator that helps you purchase those stocks that are listed in other countries.
Okay. But you're still getting like real time like price and the whole thing.
Yeah, you get in real time price. Sometimes it doesn't actually reflect the one for one. Like I think for this stock, I think it's like a fifth of the stock, so the price is also different, but it does represent in real value, um, and it does correlate with the actual stock traded in France.
Okay, okay. Any sort of fun facts? I mean, the company's based in Paris in France. But it's a worldwide company. Everybody knows it. I mean, I was sort of surprised at how many of these brands they own.
Yeah,
Um, you thought they were in competition with each other if you didn't know.
facts.
Like Hublot, Tiffany Co. I mean, I don't even know how to pronounce some of these things. What is that Versace? Kanye said, "What is that Versace?" Right? We got Givenchy, we
I
got
mean,
Christian Dior. Yeah.
yeah, I always thought those were competitors, like Christian Dior,
Yep.
Givenchy, Louis V. I thought they were competitors.
Fendi, Mark Jacobs. You know, look at all this. Um, Even some of these drinks. You know, Dom, like the champagne, Dom Perignon.
Hmm.
Isn't that where all the NFL players, everybody when they win like the championship, isn't that what they pop?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see what
LVDM.
else. We got Hennessy. We have some of these. I think a lot of these are European brands that we don't know that they haven't made it to the States. Um, but even Peloton, like who knew Peloton? So do you know what where he ranks in the world's largest, like in terms of richest persons in the world? Or no?
Currently, he ranks as number 9.
Number nine. This is the number nine richest man in the world. I did look at the annual. His family owns 50% of this.
Wow.
So we've read up like the last other things that we yeah, they're in the restaurant business too a little bit actually. They're in the chocolatier business. It's all kinds of weird things. Um, but once we get into it, we're gonna see that most majority of the money comes from the fashion. Um, but like other founders, right? We were talking about this other day. Like other founders, they don't own like a big number, like 50%, 40% is usually like what was it? Even Lululemon, what the guy owned, I think 10-15% of the company or something like that yesterday, right? Correct?
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Yeah. And he was still worth $5 billion. So this guy somehow is able to manage to hold on to 50% of the company. Now, why is it LVMH? So there was a big merger that took place. I think it was in the 90s, but that merged Louis Vuitton with Moet Hennessy.
Mm.
So that's how you have this LVMH conglomerate that formed. There are even in like Sephora. Who even knew that they own Sephora? So we're gonna get into it. Anything else, Steve-O, before we jump into the annual report?
No, just looking at the comments, Kia says, "Wow, that is crazy." And then he mentions also, "I didn't know they have a restaurant in NYC." Uh,
Right.
is a restaurant in NYC? Which one is the restaurant in NYC?
Um. Oh, Birkenstock. Isn't that the wait? Do you know about Birkenstock?
I do not. Breakfast?
Man, Birkenstock is the new. Um. Hold on. I don't even know Birkenstock.
Oh, actually, that was Hassan. My bad. I said Kia.
Birkenstock.
Hassan is the one that said
This
that.
shoes right here. You've seen people wear these shoes nowadays.
What?
You've never seen people wear. This is so in right now.
I've seen this, but I didn't know it was a brand thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah, you got to get the Birkenstock. This is very, very important stuff. This actually, I didn't even know they. I just saw that right now. That is crazy. So that's private equity. Yeah, so that's through private equity through L Cart. It's like so. This guy, I mean, he owns every fashion brand you can think of, basically. And then you got the drink side.
So it's broken up. So now as we're looking at it, right? So they have the wine and spirits, they have the perfume and cosmetics, they have the fashion, and
Fashion, leisure,
and then what does it say on the top?
selective retailing, and watches and jewelry.
Even Tag is an expensive, I mean, brand,
Tag, yep.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
don't see the restaurant that he was talking about though, Hassan. Did you see that? He said I wore them in Pakistan back in
He's
1995.
talking about Birkenstock.
Damn, Hassan was in back in the days, bro, before they was even in style. 1995. Sheesh.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. All right, so that's now this is the annual report. One thing that I noticed, beautiful. I had looked at it earlier. The way they designed this thing, I understand. I understand why they're designing clothes. If every other company did design their annual report like this, look at it. I mean,
That is beautiful.
like they even are leaving pages for you to be inspired by just
Damn, they're like, we just gonna give you an empty page.
yeah, just let you soak it in, baby.
Wow. Ooh, look at even
Okay,
the font, bro. Even the font is on point. Look at that font.
it's like editorial. It's kind of like almost like a magazine that they made.
Dang, yeah.
All right, so let's see. LVMH Group was formed in 1987, merger between Louis Vuitton and Moët Hennessy. From the outset, Bernard, I don't know how to say his last name, Arnault, gave the group a clear vision to become the world leader in luxury. Look at that passion about creativity. Today, LVMH Group comprised of 75 exceptional masons. They don't even call them brands or departments or reporting segments. They have a word for this. What the hell is this? What are masons? Noun that means house or home. You know how they always say like a fashion house?
Oh yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
See, this is the French. Um, 75. That's a lot. I think that's the most we've ever seen. A 75 brand under one group.
That is huge.
Let's see. I mean, look at this. Look how beautiful this thing is.
This is by far the nicest annual statement that we've seen. We thought Lululemon was nice, but you know, this is on another level right here.
And I actually had a chance to review this earlier. They barely get into the numbers. You're
Really?
not gonna see a 10K. Now, this is very interesting because they are reporting to the Paris stock market,
Hmm.
so they don't have 10Ks. Or
Right.
you know what I mean? Because the 10K is from for the US,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because SEC, you know, regulates American companies.
so they can kind of. I mean, look at the what's in here. You don't see what we normally see on these things,
Interesting.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, we got just interview with the managing that they're just kind of telling you just casually like what's going on.
Very interesting.
So we got the business group insights. So these are the different sections they report under. We got wine and spirits, fashion and leather goods, perfumes and cosmetics, watches and jewelry, selective retailing, and hospitality. I think this is what Hassan was talking about with the restaurant.
Yeah, so he was just mentioning the La Cafe Louis Vuitton, which I looked up, and they do have a few restaurants, one in New York, one in Paris, Japan. Um, and he also mentioned that Gucci got a restaurant, Polo does as well. The luxury, every part of your life, input to output.
Yeah, bring that mic closer to you, Steve. Like I think you're, I
Like is
can't
not
hear.
bueno today.
There
So
you go. There you go.
three restaurants, one in New York, one in Paris, one in Tokyo, and then Hassan was saying that luxury, every part of
Every
your life.
part of your life, input to output. Yeah, I can actually see the comments today. So
You know, okay, I actually see it at the bottom now that you mention it.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look at the man. Even the man had a headshot in the freaking annual report.
Yo, guy looks stylish too. Look at him, man. Your boy's dressed
I
well.
mean, this is that French stuff. You know what I mean? This that elegance.
Yeah,
You know, I
boy.
actually looked up their address in Paris, and the building is not. It's not one of those high, skyscraper. It looks a very elegant, nice building. Um,
But you know, that's the thing about Paris, though. Paris, the buildings are not that impressive. You know what I'm saying? That's
wait,
just
wait, wait. The old buildings are nice.
they are right, bro. Like they look like architecturally they look nice, but they're not like modern. You know what I'm saying? They do have some architecture to it though.
Yeah, I mean they're not modern, but they got that old stuff. You know what I mean? All right, let's see. So actually, fun fact: they had a dip in revenue from the year previous. So
Mm.
they're kind of look. So they're saying the LVMH group's business delivered a solid performance in 2024. You see how they said solid performance, achieving revenue well above 21. So they're like, hey. But more than anything else, 2024 was a pivotal year of preparing for the future.
This
Um,
is a lot of.
huh?
I said this is a lot of fluff. We need
Yeah. So
some numbers out
it's a
here.
very casual report. So let's say, so he said, if I had to pick a singular figure to illustrate the strength, it would be the group's cash flow, which grew 29% year on year to over 10 billion euros. So we're talking in euros here, not dollars.
Mhm.
Is it 1 to 1 or which one is stronger nowadays?
Euro has is typically
Euro
more
is a little
stronger. I
bit
think it's
higher.
like
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, they're just talking about like, hey, we were part of the Olympics, you know, uh, they made our group also lent a steady support to da da da. I mean, they're just talking about like what kind of support they had. Like, they take a while before they start mentioning any numbers in here. But look, they just randomly throws like a nice building in here.
they distract you with all this beautiful
I
stuff.
mean, look, like a half of the report is like this stuff, and then you got the group managing director. Same thing. He's not saying much. And then bam, another
Hmm.
art again.
Man, look at that. This is a beautiful annual report. I mean, we ain't getting no numbers, but my goodness.
But look, so all right, so LVMH comprised of 75 prestigious masons organized into 6 business groups. So they listed their companies, I think, to when it started.
Wow. They got brands from 1365?
They got brands from
What?
1365.
Dog,
Whoa.
that's 700 years essentially.
Okay, it's a wine.
Hmm. Hassan said, Bro's LinkedIn must be classy. He's talking about the CEO. He said, Bro says,
He doesn't even use LinkedIn. He's probably mails you his you have to like send him a letter just to add him as a friend on LinkedIn. He probably sends a annual letter to his friends like, hey, this is what's happening to me this year. you
um,
know.
thank you letter must be looking real nice, you know?
Ooh, look at Moet. Moet and Chandra's 17 from 1700.
43.
Hennessy is from 1765.
Man, some of these brands existed before, American independence. Like, that's wild.
Wow.
1765.
Look at the just Hennessy alone, 2.2 billion euros in revenue. Oh, and it's kind of co-owned, it
This is,
looks like, with Diageo and LVMH, but they're
yeah.
mentioning it here. Okay, let's see.
Guys, is there any of these brands that you guys rock with? They even got Hublot.
Oh yeah, they
Uh,
got Hublot. Hey, look, they got
what
our
do you guys
girl Rihanna.
Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Okay. She doesn't
So
have a
that's one.
controlling stake. She is a part owner.
Yeah, I wonder how the deal works with Rihanna. Um, how do you think those deals usually work?
I think she has a substantial share in her scenario. Not a controlling stake, but I think she has a substantial share.
Fenty Beauty by Rihanna.
Hassan is on a roll with the jokes. He said, "Bro closes letters with a wax stamp."
What's what's the deal like?
They usually just don't disclose stuff like that.
Yeah, they don't usually. How much did Rihanna get? How much did Riri get? Let's see if Google knows Riri.
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna co-owns Fenty Beauty with LVMH, reportedly with a 50% stake. LVMH invested in the brand through its beauty incubator, Kendo. Forbes has estimated Fenty Beauty's value at approximately 2.8 billion.
But you see, I'm also looking it up, and then there's this stuff that says she holds a 30% stake.
Man, if it's worth 2.8 billion, she's a billionaire now.
No, she is. I just looked up her net worth, 1.4 billion as of February
And
20.
that's big majority from this thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's not the
For
singing
sure.
and,
Oh
and
no,
shaking
no,
that ass on the stage.
no. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, so what is this? Rihanna's agreement with LVMH involves an initial in-kind contribution representing the value of her time, effort, and brand name.
So in kind is if you're not able to contribute money, you could contribute something equivalent. It could be property, it could be in her situation, maybe skill set, branding, you know what I'm saying? Something that's similar but not necessarily money. You could do that.
I think it's basically means her brand was worth $30 million. Her famousness was worth 30 million just coming in, just her being Rihanna.
Yeah.
I
Isn't that
mean,
awesome, man?
fair enough. Fair enough. We'll give it to Riri.
So Bruce says Fendi is one of the clothes that she rocks with.
Okay. Oh wait, Sir Davis, isn't that Beyonce?
David. Bro, I'm such out of the loop, man. I gotta get
Sir Davis is Beyonce. Yes, I knew it. They got Beyonce too.
damn.
I just caught that.
What Beyonce's net worth? Let me see.
Yeah,
I thought Beyonce was a billionaire too. She's not.
she's about to be. She saw what Riri did, and she's like, "Hey, I'm about to give me some. I got to work with these guys."
Yo, for real.
Yeah. Let's see. Finished, blended, and bottled in Beyonce's home state of Texas. Mm, okay, it's a whiskey. It's an
So,
American rye whiskey.
mm,
Okay, made in Texas. Respect. I mean, look at
again, this annual statement is looking like a fashion statement itself.
got Johnny Depp.
Oh, is that Johnny Depp?
That's Johnny.
Oh wow.
Mm. Oh, look at this. They even build high-end yachts
Wow.
and exceptional hotels.
So another thing that they do when I looked them up as well is that they looks like they have like a private equity arm of theirs that they invest in like other companies. I saw that they bought like a jet company uh
Mm.
recently. So it looks like they do some investments as well outside of their core activity.
We'll see if they're gonna mention that.
81 countries, 215,000 employees, 71% women. Wow, okay. We do have some numbers. 12.6 billion in net profit, 84.7 billion in revenue. And just to put it in perspective, yesterday we looked at Lululemon, that was 10.5 billion dollars in revenue.
Yep.
This is
I mean, this is euros also, so it's gonna be a little
true. So 84.7 billion euros is probably close to like 90
90. Yeah. So
84.7
90 billion.
billion.
This might be one of the biggest companies we've reviewed yet.
Yeah, from a revenue perspective, yes.
I don't know. I forgot what Apple was, but yeah.
Apple was 90 something billion. I think Apple
Yeah.
might be. So actually 84.7 billion in the current exchange rate right now is would be 99 billion dollars. So that's close to 100 billion.
$100 billion.
Yes.
The we all look. We all gave these people $100 billion this year. $100 billion in 1 year that they got from people.
Bro, that's very impressive. And like this is taken in consideration. These brands are the most knocked off brands of all brands. You know what I'm saying? Like the amount of luxury brands there are over there. These are look at that right there. They are the most knocked off product, but they're still able to generate that much in revenue. That's incredible.
What man? Just imagine you get $100 billion in 1 year. Hey man, I'm not paying nobody. I'm not paying the suppliers. I'm not paying employees. I'm different, man. I'm out of there. I'm just gonna pocket that thing and just go, man.
It's funny.
All right, so profit of 12.6 billion, which is kind of around what we were talking about 20%, that 20% range that we always see these companies do.
Yeah, it's about 15 to 20%.
Yeah, 15 to 20, which is keeping up with most of these companies. And I think we keep catching this trend of like, if you're doing 15 to 20% profit, you're doing pretty well. Now, if you're a tech company, that's when you get much higher, right? Like without a product like Apple, if you're like Facebook, Google, we're gonna have one of these days like a tech week,
Yep.
so we can do some of these tech companies, and you guys gonna see, since they don't have physical products, they can keep a lot of that money via profits, right?
And it's all about cost of goods sold. You know, with software, initially when you first build the software, it's very massive investment. But once you
Right.
build it, you could replicate it and sell it, and then it doesn't cost you extra. But clothes, you know, you have to keep making it. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. That's the biggest differentiators with these.
Yeah. Just imagine Facebook. I mean, they built it. They're mostly maintaining it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they add new features here and there, but what is it like? They paying a lot of smart people to kind of maintain it, keep it going. But besides that, they've created the money making machine for the most part. So
Yeah.
that's why like software companies are way more attractive than these kind of companies. Some of these software companies, they can get to a similar profit number with a much lower revenue.
For sure.
You know.
Um, yeah, like
Okay.
AB said, when we look at these tech companies, you'll see the profits we're talking about.
Yeah. Well, when we get to Tech Week one of these days, you guys are gonna see they don't have to generate this high of a number of in revenue to get this kind of profit. So, kind of keep an eye on that. Even when you're looking to invest, that's one of the things you could look out for. Okay, let's see here. 2024 revenue by region. Um, this is actually kind of interesting. They specifically have a section for just France. So they're still
And they have,
heavy French. Yes, they're very French
but look at this. They also have a specific section for Japan.
for
Japan
Japan.
is
Yes.
actually France.
Your audio is cutting out a little bit. Um,
Oh, I said Japan is a bigger market than France, which
isn't that kind
is
of crazy? Yeah, because like we said, guys, this company is headquartered in France. A lot of these brands are French brands. So it kind of makes sense for them to separate out France, but Japan just to take them out of the excluding Japan. Look at that. Asia excluding Japan. Like that, Japan had to be separated out. That's how much. I wonder why they did that. Is it making so much money like that it became its own category?
I think it's something like that. When we reviewed Lululemon yesterday, they mentioned China because China was a big growing market for them, and I think it looks like based on these numbers, them even separating Japan by itself indicates to me that Japan is a big market for them.
Japan is a huge market. United States. I mean, United States is there. 25%. That's huge.
Yeah, for sure. But United States is a consumer economy anyway, so in most areas, you know what I'm saying, they tend to be one of the highest spenders.
Bro,
Uh,
look at this. United States, one country, has higher number than all of Europe. Damn near. Even if you add France into this, it's almost
yeah,
close.
yeah.
Whoa. So who's got some Louis in the chat, man? Who's got some Fendi in the chat? Because y'all giving these people a lot of money. 25% of 100 billion USD. That means $25 billion worth of LV. What is this? LVMH. $25 billion worth of LVMH was spent just in the US last year.
Yeah, it's
I
a lot.
mean, whenever I go to the mall, Louis Vuittons be having lines out the door.
Really? I
I've
like
seen
you
that.
in Galleria?
Yes,
Dang.
I've seen. Like, I think they. I don't know if it's for security purposes because people are. Kia say I don't have a single product. Yeah, Kia, you need to get you some of this Louis, baby. I mean, I'm already feeling way better because I had that shade on a little earlier. There's something about that. There's something about that when you first put that Louis on you. um, all right, let's see by business group. So half of their business group is coming from fashion and leather goods.
Yeah, that's huge right there.
Wine and spirits actually not that big, 7%. Watch and jewelry, 12%. Perfume and cosmetics, 10%. So Rihanna is in here inside the perfumes and cosmetics. Um, so we did 100 billion in revenue, and if it's 10%, that means perfume and
And
cosmetics is 10 billion, and Rihanna alone by herself did over 1 billion, so she's 10% of this.
yeah.
Wow, they cannot afford to lose her.
So Kia had a question, who's the most consumer these products? That is a good question, and I hope they actually address that.
You know what he's trying to get at. You know what Kia's trying to get at.
But this is a
He's not gonna.
legacy brand, you know what I'm saying? It's whoever could afford it.
All right, let's see. United States, 21 billion. Wait, right? Yeah, $21 billion in revenue, 44,000 employees, 1,193 stores. Um, let's see. Japan, 7.5 billion euros. Europe, 14.5 billion euros. Asia, excluding Japan, 23 billion. Other markets, 10 billion. And okay, yeah.
So,
And
so
look at
look,
France, 7 billion, just France alone.
look at Europe, right? Look at the amount of revenue generated, but look at the amount of stores. There's more stores, but less sales. Look at US. It only has 1,193 stores, but generates $7 billion more, even though Europe has more employees and has more stores. So Europe is a dying market for them.
Hey man, Christian Dior, man. He got the songs, he got the rap songs. I mean, I would venture to say like Louis and Dior are probably the most mentioned brands, maybe besides Gucci, in a rap song that we could think of. When you think of like the brands that get mentioned the most in rap songs, I don't
Louis,
know.
Louis
right?
Vuitton. I think
Louis Vuitton has to be number one.
Louis Vuitton is number one. I mean, there's so many songs about Louis Vuitton. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
And then
then
you got Hennessy. You know what I mean? Who drinks Hennessy?
yeah, I mean, of course.
You know,
Yeah, I'm curious. How did that even come about? Like, how did black people end up liking Hennessy? Like, where did that come from? Like, that's
let's ask AI. Let's ask and see
no,
if they're
for real.
gonna
Why
be
do black people like? Where did that come from? Why do?
how how did Hennessy became famous with black folks? Black soldiers were introduced to cognac, including Hennessy, while stationed in France during World War II. This connection was fostered in the country, also the sense of freedom and recognition. Hennessy was among the first brands to actively advertise in black publications like Ebony and Jet.
Uh,
Mm. This demonstrated respect to black consumers to provide much needed representation in media. Oh, okay. Wait. Vice President of Urban Marketing? Wait a minute. There was a thing called urban marketing. What? Hennessy presence in hip hop emerged organically. Organically, I don't know about all that. Huh. So no big controversy, I guess.
so Hennessy showed some love back in the days to the black community. That's what it looks like.
Says France during World War II. That's when they got used to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm.
So
Oh,
another interesting thing, just noticing this. Like, look at Asia too. Like, how many more employees they got, and how many stores they got, but still barely make more money than United States. You know what I'm saying? They
yo,
got 28,000 employees.
I mean, like people, the first thing they do when they get a good job or something, they go buy like a luxury purse, or it's kind of like a sense of like, oh, I like it's kind of solidify some kind of important milestone in my life. You know, so all right. Let's see. Executive committee. We have. Oh, we got the some kind of daughter or something. Who's this? Stephanie.
I know, right? It's a family member for sure.
Uh huh. Let's see. She's see if she's the daughter. Look
Okay.
at that. Oh man, she got divorced. Damn, my man is not getting any of this money, man. I don't know. I wonder who filed for divorce. Oh my god. Damn, she got divorced. Okay, father, brother. I wonder if the whole I mean, I remember. Wait, Sam, we're talking about Louis Vuitton. I know you got some Louis on you, Sam. We all know that Sam is a big dresser, big time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she drip down to the socks in Louis. Let's see if any other members of the family are on here. I mean, they're all French, man. It's kind of interesting. Like, even though they were a brand, they kept it French.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They didn't try to move the HQ to New York or that kind of thing. So I guess that's part of the appeal too, isn't it? Foreign, the whole foreign thing, right? That's kind of what keeps it, even in the US, right? It's a foreign Mercedes, it's foreign. It's all about like that whole Europe luxury, the fact that they've been around forever. All right.
Most stylish executive too. Did you see them? Like, look at the way they were dressed, bro. Them boys
Hey,
look nice. Like females looking nice.
this is what I expect from a fashion brand. I don't expect anything less though.
I swear they live. They actually like live in like luxury. Like they look good.
I mean, she's over Christian Dior, the daughter.
Mm,
That's a huge brand just by herself.
that's a huge brand.
So this guy's how is it the head of Sephora a guy?
Right, right.
How is this guy? Does he have to be gay? What do you think? Like, can you be a straight man?
I mean, the head of Lululemon was a guy too.
A global beauty retailer. He served as general manager. Joined. Nah. He is. Imagine this guy. This guy is the head of Sephora. Come on, man. Who would have thought a guy that looks like this? He needs to be like the head of hymns or one of those Rogaine.
Why you play my guy Gualme? I don't know how you say his
Nah,
name.
man, he needs to be a head of the damn Rogaine company.
Hey, come on, bro.
Come on, this guy's the head of Sephora. That's crazy. All right, let's see. Let's see other cool stuff. I mean, look at this guy, man. He got his whole family on the board.
Man, that's beautiful right there, man.
Look at that. He got the whole son, daughter, mother, father. Let's see. Who's this guy? He's probably the son. Born in 1992? That's a young man. He's a son of
Young man.
Bernard. He holds key positions, a major player in luxury, CEO of Romowa. What's that? A luxury luggage brand successfully reposed. Wow. So they gave him a brand to run. Look at that. A $1,600 luggage brand. This guy's over.
Man,
That's crazy. Look at that. I mean, he's deputy CEO of Moet. So, this is what he's prepping the son to take over when he passes away. So we're seeing, you know what I mean? Like that multi-generation
yes.
um
This is what they mean
thing
by legacy right here.
legacy. Yeah. That's crazy.
So he has five.
Huh?
So Delphine, no, the guy Arnold's. He
Yeah.
has five kids. I'm wondering if all of them are in there. So there's Delphine, Antoine, Alexander, Frederick, and Jean. Jean is not there. What's
Maybe
up with
Gene is
Jean?
the black sheep of the family. That's the guy that's messing up. He's like the Biden hunter of the family. Like he's doing coke somewhere out in Kane.
Yeah. Jean's trying to be different.
Maybe he's too young because this guy's only born in 95. So this guy is 30 years old.
Yes.
I mean, look at him. He's making them CEOs. They're not just working as a regular people. He's giving them CEO positions of a whole brand. Imagine.
Jean is 27, man.
27.
But he is the
Okay.
youngest.
He's probably in here somewhere. They're gonna bring him in later. He's not. He hasn't made it out to the board of directors yet.
He even went to MIT, bro. Boy,
He went to MIT.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Deloitte is their auditor. That's interesting. Yeah, just tell me if you want to stop somewhere. So they look like they
Yeah.
launched the first employee share ownership plan.
So they didn't have that before. Okay.
No, ethics. I mean, look at this. I mean, look at this stuff. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, some of the stuff, guys, we're passing because there's a lot of fluff with an annual financial statement. So, we want to get to the nitty gritty, and that's why we're passing some of the stuff.
So they were part of the Olympics. I think they were designed like they designed this suit and things like this for the French
Okay.
team.
Well, even the actual medals as well, it looks like.
Metal trunks. Metal trunks. This thing. Oh, the trunks. Because they started as a trunk company, right?
A trunk company?
Yeah, like this is like a luggage company.
Oh, I see. Okay. And then they
And
just
then they
added
went
to their.
into clothing and then all that kind of, yeah. I mean, they were working with the French team for the uniforms, metal design. Oh, you're right, metal design.
Yeah.
Outfit. Sephora in the Paris Olympics, torch relays, design, Dior for opera singer. Got the French team here. Mm-mm-mm. Man, look, I already like when I went through this, I was like, where is the stuff? Because a lot of this is pictures. Now we were talking about this earlier. They're not in the States. So this company is listed in the Paris Stock Exchange. So I think all the companies we've reviewed so far, they've had like they were US based or they were listed in a stock market that was in the US. So they
Yeah.
have the SEC is the government entity that regulates how your at least your 10K should look. Your annual report, you can add stuff to it, but there's certain things that must be included, right? So it looks like the Paris one is very relaxed because I don't see anything that even feels like a financial paper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this also speaks to perhaps maybe there haven't been a lot of big frauds that happen in Europe, because one of the reason that they have annual statements and very restrictive regulation in the U.S. is there have been a lot of frauds, and as a result of that, they ended up putting a lot of regulation on what you have to show, what do you have to do. But yeah, this is definitely less numbers, less information presented as far as actual, results from the business operation than we've seen with the other companies.
Hmm, let's see here. Boosting the group's appeal for future generations. The luxury industry has a promising future, and the group offers many opportunities for up and coming generations. Large in 2021, the Inside LVMH platform, a gateway to LVMH, provides young people all over the world with free access to resources about the group and the luxury industry. Over 331,000 young people have already registered for this online platform, and more than 125,000 have obtained Inside LVMH certification by completing a 30-hour course. Huh.
What? Oh, look this up. LVMH certification.
So, I mean, because like a lot of people want to get into the fashion world.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's sort of like how like Google have those certifications.
right.
So is it something similar? So what they're gonna tell you about design or what is this thing?
So it says it offers personalized learning experience with access to exclusive knowledge about their brand and luxury industry. Exclusive content, offers testimonials, and provides valuable tips for those starting their professional journeys.
Oh, it's for employees. Got it. It's not an external thing, I guess, right? I think it's for employees.
Do not know.
Yeah, I think 'cause this is like the employee section. So I'm thinking it's employee related.
Yeah. I don't know
Okay.
specifically for employees. I don't know. We
Look
got
look at this. Look at this. This is a interesting data they have here. Average age 30s. Why is the employees data like that?
right. Like, why do they mention that? That's
215,000 employees. That's a lot.
yeah, that's huge.
So it looks like it's pretty balancedly breaking out. 21% in the US though, that's kind of big, but 18% in France, 23 in Asia, 23 in Europe. Looks like fashion is still dominates at 35%.
Yeah. Employees by age.
Hmm. Okay, this makes sense. Cosmetics 17%, except the CEO of Sephora. He's one of the 17% over here. Okay.
Yeah, that's another different thing about this report is you usually don't see age breakdown. I don't even know why it's important.
No,
Why they
I
meant
don't even yeah, I've never seen that.
unnecessary.
Well, maybe it might be a European requirement.
Yeah, perhaps.
Strong social performance. What is this? Respecting every individual's uniqueness and dignity and promoting diversity.
Wow.
100. Okay, so results 72% of recruits trained in non discrimination practices, 48% of the group's key position held by women, 1.9 with disabilities. That's actually respectful. Mhm. But do you think companies should have these kind of things? Because Europe is a little different than the US. They actually the companies the government has a lot that they can tell the companies what to do, like from
Yeah.
a moral perspective, not just not to kind of what I mean, like so that's kind of interesting. Like they have
No,
a
that's so though before Trump got in office, ESG, environmental social governance,
yep,
was becoming a huge thing. And diversity and equity. So companies used to report on this just so because there was at one point investors that were interested in investing in companies that did invest in that kind of stuff. Uh, so it is important for a guy that's conscious. Like if you got a lot of money, right? And if everything was equal, but one company is doing more for diversity and inclusion and other things that help the environment, you know what I'm saying? You probably lean a little bit more towards that. But nowadays, I think with the current administration, they moved away from that. But as you can see, these European companies still do that.
yeah. So ESG stands for environmental, social, and
Governance.
governance. So it's supposed to basically it was supposed to be, can the company look beyond profits?
Hmm.
Is there any responsibility the company has to its community, just pure profits, right? So that's kind of the question here. Um, all right, all right, all right. Let's see if we can get to some numbers because I'm actually the numbers are all the way down, but this is like look at all this. I mean, biodiversity,
They,
certification of strategic supply chains, cotton, 76. What is all this? I mean, 3.8 million hectares preserved or restored,
wow.
10% reduction in groups water withdrawal. I mean, they're telling you all kinds of stuff. 290,000 metrics of fabric upcycled.
So this is related to environment and sustainability, and they look like they're doing a good job of, you know, making
They're taking a
sure.
lot of this to tell you about it. Country of origin known
Yeah,
for leather purchases 97.7. Diamond purchases 99.4 because they do own Tiffany and Co. So, they're
yep,
saying no blood diamond for us.
yeah, ethical sourcing.
Um, duh, 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 duh. I mean, look at this. That's a beautiful thing. Look at that. National treasure funded primarily by LVMH for Louvre Museum. So they're about this beauty, you know, they really are
Yeah,
about this life. It's not just like a business for them. They actually care. Historical reopening of Notre Dame Cathedral. That's the one that burned down, I think,
yeah,
right? In Paris.
it did. And it
Member
just
of the
got
donor
reopened.
committee. Okay. So they're like, look at, oh, they rebuild that. Look at that. Wow. So this was a cathedral that burned down, I think, I don't know, I would say 7, 8 years ago or so. Um,
Yeah,
and I guess it looked like they helped rebuild it. So they're boasting a lot about all the cool stuff that they're doing. What's
Foundation Louis
Foundation
Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton?
Thinking it's a
Institutions on
museum.
international art scene and restoring resounding success with a French international audience. Hmm. It's like a building?
Yeah, I think it might be like a museum or something like
Art
that.
museum in Paris. Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
There's a Louis Vuitton museum in Paris. Wow. Let's see. Who knew? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
See, we don't have cool brands like this in the US. I can't think of any US brand that, I mean, Coca Cola has like a cool thing in Atlanta where you can go see Coca Cola,
Yeah.
you know. Um, I mean, you can go to Google and you can kind of like bicycle around the Google campus if you go to California.
You've
But
been to there, right? You've been to the campus,
yeah, I've
right?
been to the Google campus in California. It's pretty cool.
Uh,
Let's see. We got the arts. I mean, there's an inclusion index.
Jesus Christ. There's a lot
Um,
of information in here, nothing related to their finances. I think this is kind of annoying me at this point. I'm like, there is the amount of information that's non-financial compared to the financial information.
and you're gonna be very disappointed when we get to the financials because they don't have a lot of meat on it.
Wow.
What is this? Hennessy. Oh, do you know? Do you know how? Do you know what cognac is?
No, not really.
So cognac, I think it's for like it's like fermented wine basically. Cogn. I don't know how to spell cognac.
NAC. NAC.
Let me see. Cognac is a type of brandy, a spirit distilled from fermented fruit juice, named after the commune of Cognac in France. It's
Uh-huh.
made from a specific grape varieties, primarily UG Blanc and must be produced in the surrounding region under strict regulations to earn the name cognac.
Oh, interesting.
So I think um, if it's if it's not from the cognac region of France, you can still say brandy, but you
But
can't say cognac.
I see.
It's kind of
Like bourbon.
it's like bourbon. Yeah, it has to be from that region. Yeah. So this is what they're showing us over here. I guess is this um Oogie Blanc variety of grape. I guess this is the field for the Hennessy. That's cool.
That is beautiful. Look at
That is
that.
a beautiful farm.
For real.
Oh, okay, we're getting into the wine and spirits. Okay, okay, they're getting into their business group now. Let's see what we got. LVMH owns its global leadership in premier wines and spirits, a unique group of Champagne, Bordeaux, Burgundy, and other highly renowned wine regions, inspired by their visionary founders. Blah blah blah. Rose market with the acquisition of. I mean,
Shit.
you ever go to the store and you're like there's a million brands. Like it's so hard to choose.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, bro.
I'm sure they own half of it. Let's see. I've never seen. Let's see if we can recognize this brand. Never seen it before. Never seen it. Nope. But they own it. They just bought it. Um. Okay, here we go. We got some numbers.
All right, finally. So big market is still the United States, 34% of their revenue. So they made $5.8 billion in 2024.
Girls.
Um, profit of 1.3 billion. And then what's operating investment? Okay.
Operating investments.
I'm curious what kind of operating investment they made for
What
because
does
it's
that mean?
to
Investment in improving operational performance. I mean, optimization basically. I mean, why is that mentioned though? It's kind of a
yeah. Is
wait,
that
is that LeBron James?
oh,
LeBron James is selling Hennessy. I didn't know that.
dang. Look at that.
Bree said she have gone and it was interesting. Where'd you go, Bree? The museum? Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Dom Perignon. You got Moet. I don't even know what this is. Okay. $82 worth of champagne. Okay, you know, Steve, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna pop a Dom, okay? Let me see how much is the Dom Perignon. Damn.
Sheesh.
We popping it down. You know, others they do it when they win a championship. Let's see. After 3 exceptional years, the normalization of demand that began in 2023 continued normalization. So I like that how they wording that. It's like, yeah, things were really exciting in COVID years and everything. Now things have cooled down. You know what? This makes sense now. This actually is very related to remember when that PPE money hit,
Yeah.
when that when the stimmy hit,
Mm-hmm.
everybody was at the club, popping bottles left, right, and center. Okay, now PPE money has dried up and they're filling it over here. Look at this. They're saying after three exceptional years.
Right.
So 3 years prior to 2023, what is that? 22, 21, and 20.
Yeah.
Those were prime, COVID PPE money years. In Houston, there was a whole situation going on. People were popping bottles left, right, and center. The one thing though, like they don't own tequila, which is kind of like the new thing. Everybody
Mhm.
has stopped drinking Hennessy nowadays. So
Right.
I wonder if they're gonna mention that in here.
See, they mentioned though a difficult market in China.
Okay, let's see. A slowdown in consumption, a difficult market in China due to strength of their retail networks to win market share, leadership in cognac, champagne, da da da. Hmm. Champagne houses maintain their market share of more than 22% of all champagne shipment, despite volumes being down. Weather at the beginning of the summer resulted in an especially poor harvest. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. That could they could have a bad harvesting season.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, this is
See,
a very interesting brand that not only does it have clothing, not only does it have watches, has alcohol. It dabbles in a lot of things that you typically don't see in other clothing brands.
bam, there it goes. What I just said. Cognac revenue was held back by weak local demand in China and a challenging market environment in the US. We off that Henny. We not messing with the Henny no more, man. We already moved on to tequilas now, man. Henny got to die. Like,
What,
hey,
black people don't like Henny no more?
no, man. Henny is been dead. Huh?
No,
I'm
no,
telling you.
no way. I don't believe
Sometime
it.
around COVID, something happened and everybody switched to tequila.
Sand says, "Oh no." I agree. I still see people right. We gotta check that.
I want to know. I want to know.
We got
I am not a tequila fan. Okay, San is a brown. Okay, San, we know you're brown. She's a whiskey, all the type of stuff. But I think, let's see, has tequila went up in the last 5 years? I'm telling you, man, tequila's up.
no. I'm sure it has. I think in the black community though, I don't know if it has, bro. Comparatively,
Look at that, increased by 20 million. The heightened demand has outpaced agave production, leading to increased costs for the essential raw material.
hmm
Um, Look at that. Silver Blanco tequila experienced a 20 price increase. Um,
so
okay, that's pricing. That's not really demand. 24. Let me see. Compare to cognac. Can't spell for nothing. Let's see. Let's see. Tequila surge in popularity. Tequila has experienced a boom in recent years, particularly in the U.S. market. Increased by 5.7% in 2023. Revenue grew by 8%. Cognac recent decline. Look at that. Cognac sales in the US, a market account for over 40%, has been declining sharply in the last 2 years after a surge during the pandemic. Oh, there was a surge in the pandemic. Okay. So maybe everything was up during the pandemic. I just feel like in the club, I have not seen people drink Hennessy. I can report that much. It looks like
you
the
just
market is.
said it. Analysis said that it is. It says analysis believes that cognac is losing out to tequila in the U.S. The second, right, like two
This
paragraphs up. No, just right above that. At the bottom,
right
see it
here.
says analysis believes is losing out. Yep, is losing out to tequila in the U.S.
I felt it.
You mean
So what
okay?
does that mean to our boys at LVMH? They gotta get a
Are they gonna
tequila
start
brand.
tequila?
They gotta buy one of
Yeah,
these
no
tequila
question.
brands because
Straight up. And
you
maybe
saw you saw The Rock. His tequila went to a
yes,
billion.
yeah, that
Now I
thing
think
went
one of
quick.
the Jenner, one of the Kardashians have a tequila brand that's big now. 818 tequila.
Doesn't Kevin Hart have a tequila too?
Kevin Hart have a tequila. Casamigo, of course. Listen, Casamigo is probably the most sold liquor in 2020. It has to be. I put money on it. The
This was up there. Yeah, yeah.
Casamigo sales 2024. They must have had a record year. I would love to do this company next. Oh, so it's a George Clooney thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What? Decline? Really? I'm surprised to see that. Sales plummeted. Casamigo sales reported dropped by 20%. Whoa, really? Well, I thought they were killing it.
With Don Julio.
Don Julio. Okay. Sales decline was due to marketing efforts, difficulty meeting demand. Oh, yeah, demand. We just read that like the whole agave thing was a big problem. Yeah, I see. But you see, that was a big boom though, pandemic driven boom. Man, I'm telling you, during the pandemic,
I mean, people had time
everybody,
too.
yeah, you had time,
People had
exactly.
time.
Yeah. And people had the extra money. That's why, like, I think this was during the pandemic is when he became the richest person in the world.
Yeah, he did. At one point, he was number one in the world as far as wealth.
Wealth, right? He passed up everybody,
Yeah,
even the tech bros. He passed up everybody. And now he's down to ninth in the world. It's still amazing, but that was that boom during COVID, right?
yeah.
I mean, but they have some. I've never seen some of this brand. They got they got rum, Dom Perignon, Hennessy. I've seen this before. Belvedere. Oh yeah, yeah. You remember Belvedere
What? From when?
vodka? It's a vodka brand.
No, no, I know Belvedere, but the way you said it, I'm like, do you remember it? I'm like, was there a story?
Yeah, yeah. You might not remember. Yeah, we had a history with Belvedere one of them nights.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah, back in those days, and then one of them Houston nights. We had,
was I sleeping
yeah,
in the bathroom?
huh?
No, I said, was I sleeping in the bathroom? I said, um,
Something like that.
mm,
I mean, this is not an annual report. This is like a magazine.
it truly is. San says she was on that Grey Goose.
I was on that Grey Goose. Yeah. Diageo. That's another company that owns everything under the sun.
They do.
Diageo.
I think they partnered with Diddy too. I think for some
Ciroc.
type. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're number one by far. No one even comes close for all right, let's get to the fashion stuff because I don't think there's anything here with the drink. I mean, look at all these pictures. Like this is okay, here we go. Fashion and leather goods. Wait a minute, isn't that girl? What's her name?
Is it that Tia? What's her name?
Zendaya?
Oh, that's her. Yeah, that's the girl from Dune. Yeah.
Zendaya.
That
All
initial
right.
that South African dancer, but then until you mentioned it, I was like, oh no, no, that's Zendaya.
I cut her drip down on the Louis, man.
That's a nice Louis, bro. Dang.
How much you think this purse is?
What, like 12,000, 15?
Probably a couple of thousand. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I like that they say good resilience. We didn't do too well, but good. We just holding on. That
41 billion is big money.
41 billion euros in 2024 for revenue. Um, Profits were 15 and a half, well, 15.2 euros for profits. Um, I mean, the US is a big, big market for them. 17%, just one country.
Yeah.
Japan, not too bad for 12% for one company. France, 7%. Asia, 36. Look at this. Europe, man. Look. I thought they were supposed to be the fashionistas of our of the world. So I'm telling you, Europe is dying.
It might be a culture thing too. You know, in America, people like to spend, man. You know
I
what
mean,
I'm
but they're way more fashionista than us, though. You go to any European city, they are way more dressed up than us here with cargo shorts and some New Balances walking around at the mall.
No
They
fact.
wouldn't be getting caught dead wearing stuff like that in Europe.
Nah, I completely agree with you. But they might be money conscious. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they just don't have it, man. Europe is not doing well. This is my running theme. They just don't got the cash like that. I mean, do they have credit cards in Europe? Because in America, we swiping that thing, man. We don't care. We gonna swipe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know that like credit cards are at a whole time high right now, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's not even including the one that you mentioned about Afterpay, Klarna, and I forgot the other one. But yeah, I know it's huge.
U.S. credit
I think it's
card
over a trillion.
balance. Look at that spelling. Look at that beautiful spelling. Um, Here you go, guys. Credit card debt in the U.S. has reached a record high in 2024, topping 1.2 trillion dollars. You don't think Mr. Bernard got some of that?
Mr. Bernard is like, yeah, keep spending.
Keep mailing them that credit card thing in the mail, man. Keep sending that mail. You got money, baby. Sign up. You know. So this is I think part of it too, right? I think there's no other country in the world that has like this high of a credit card debt.
No, definitely not more than US.
Let me see. Compare to the world. I don't know if we're kind of diverting here, but ooh, Switzerland and Australia. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think let me do this because we can find the final numbers. So I know we're kind of
Yeah, let's get them numbers.
mm, okay. This is what I was talking about. Ornard family. They own 49%.
That is huge. Wow. you usually do not see that in a big publicly traded company. I mean, the Walmart family is one of the richest families in the world, but they don't even control that much percentage of Walmart.
No. And look at this voting rights, Arnold family group, 65%.
Wow.
So this guy pretty much owns,
He does.
you know what I mean, effectively Louis Vuitton. That's very, very rare. I mean, I want people to understand. I don't think Jeff Bezos even owns 20% of Amazon.
No, he does not.
Fact check me on that, Steve. But this is kind of a huge thing, and it's very unique, especially being one of the biggest companies in the world.
Yeah,
For one family group to own 50%.
right. Bezos owns 9.56% of Amazon.
What's the market cap for LVMH?
LVMH.
Please, LVMH market cap.
274 billion.
Wow. So, guys, this company is worth $247 billion. So the family collectively owns about what, 130? No.
So 274, by the way, not
Huh?
247, 274.
Oh, 274, yeah. 274. So what's half of that? 130 or so?
35, yeah.
Yeah, $135 billion the company owns of this thing. That is, I mean, you got the kids as CEO of all these brands. He's keeping it in the family for real, for real.
He is. So one thing though, as an investor, that might be a little bit concerning is, you know, the father is fairly old. I don't know how old he is. Maybe,
That's true.
let me see, Arnold.
Mr. Bernard.
He's 76 years old. He does have
76.
kids. He does have kids, but most of the time, typically, we've said this before, right? And other things where the second generation does not do as well as the founders, typically. And I think, especially considering how much influence that they have with the company, like that's a huge influence. So the company essentially goes by their decision. So as an investment, that would be something that would be concerning to me because they have 64% of the voting and control 49% of the stock. So let's say if this guy eventually, if he passes away or stuff, and then if some of these people want to liquidate their holdings and they own almost 50% of their stock, that's going to affect the stock price. So
Yeah.
from an investing standpoint, that's something that would concern me.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff is concentrated with, one family.
One family. That's not good at all. Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, they have they can make changes quickly. That's kind of a positive, right? If
If the
you
family
know,
agrees,
huh?
if the family agrees, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably has majority, and I'm sure he started the whole thing. I'm sure the kids would listen to him, but that's kind of the benefits of owning the thing. So you can make a decision. Like Elon bought Twitter outright, so he can change things right away. He doesn't have a board of directors to report to. You know what I mean? Like he can just say something and it will happen. Um, we've seen like Papa John's get pushed out of the company he started because of the board of directors and going public and that kind of thing. So there is a case to be made not to go public sometimes to gain control of the direction of the company, right? Because once you kind of go that route and you have a board of directors, now you don't have like the voting rights is very, very important for founders. I think
Right.
um I think Zuckerberg, I think probably still maintains like You know what I mean? Like the way that he structured it, they really care about the voting rights more than even the percentage of what they own.
For sure, he has like super voting and stuff like that. Yes.
Yeah, so they can make sure, like, because remember, famous founders like even Steve Jobs got let go from his own company that he started,
Oh, he did.
right? And I think that
Um,
these families probably looked at those cases and say, okay, well, we're gonna own a controlling majority of these voting rights, so we can decide what happens here. Okay, we got some stock market data.
so then early 2022 was that 758 euros. Um, high mid session.
So look at the
Let's
year
look at the
end,
year
right?
end price. Yeah.
So they had
2022,
a big
679, a big year in 2023, and then 2024 they did took a dip. And I think that makes sense because as they mentioned, after COVID, sales like decline, and as a result, you see that their stock went down. I mean, it makes sense. Well, they do have dividend. Okay. So
change in
dividend is
dividend.
essentially, yeah,
Yeah.
essentially some companies do decide to once they have net income, which is their profit, some companies do decide to distribute that money to their shareholders. And there are usually it's like oil companies that do this. Oil companies are infamous um, for doing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. So for our listeners, people that don't know dividends, dividends is literally um, the company paying you profits
Yeah.
as a shareholder. So so whatever profit the company made, I think it's quarterly. Like they can choose, or is it has to be a quarterly thing?
Oh no, they could choose. The board
Okay,
could
they
choose.
could choose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they could give it to you quarterly or annually. I think most of them are usually a quarterly or bi-annually, like twice a year.
Mhm.
But yeah, so if you own one share um, of this, do you know the dividend rate?
It doesn't show in here.
Is this the percentage here? 13% gross dividend.
Gross dividend. I think that's the amount they paid per share.
13 euros per share.
Mhm.
Okay. So there you go. So if you own one share of this, they would have gotten $13 for the year. But obviously, most people own many shares. So um, there's some people that retire just on dividend income.
Yeah.
So imagine like if I wanted, like, let's say, Steve, $5,000 a month in dividends, how much would I need to own on this one? At um
The only thing is this stock price is very high, right? So you would own, so let's say if you want to do 5,000, so let's say 13, then you would have to divide 5,000 by 13, right? Just to find out how many, you're getting $13 per share,
right.
right? So then now we have to divide 15, I mean, 5,000 divided by 13. What does that give you? Which is what, 384 shares that you would have to own? And then look at
384.
the share price of what was the year-end share price?
384. We got $635.
All right, so for easy math, because 384.6, that's a 385. 385 times 635. So you would have had to purchase $244,475. You would have had to shell out that much amount of money for you to be.
But listen, though, that's not like like when you think about retirement balances for most people and stuff like that. Um,
And that's per year, by the way, too. Let me clarify that.
oh, 5,000 per year. That's
Yeah,
right.
even so, if you want to do
Per month, you would have to.
by 12, so you're looking at
Was that
about
like
3 million, so almost $3 million that you would have.
$2.3 million? Yeah. Okay. All right, but I think there's other dividend stocks. Yeah, y'all can go Google it. There's a
Yeah,
whole thing out there called Google dividend stocks. They do way higher than that, right?
yeah. There's companies called dividend aristocrats as well, which are companies that have been giving out dividends for 20, 30 years, and they're known for that.
Right.
They're the Exxons, the Chevrons of the world.
Yes.
Um, so if you look up that too, you could find more information.
Let's see. So let's see. It says an LVMH holder who invested 1,000. Okay. I like that they go back to a specific time so they can prove a
Yeah.
point. Right. If you had invested 1,000 euros back in January of 2020, you would have a capital of 1,650. This represents a 65% increase over 5 years, equating to an average annual return of 10%. So just your just the dividend alone would have gotten you 10%
No,
year over year.
no, not the dividend alone. They're saying if you reinvest the dividends
Right,
back,
right. Reinvest, yeah,
yeah,
but not appreciation, right? Is it through appreciation, or is it the fact that they gave you dividend?
it's appreciation.
Oh,
But the
appreciation.
dividends also increases the amount per share that you own. You know what I mean?
Okay. Let's see. Revenue by region. Revenue 84 billion. That's the one we looked at earlier. So
Yeah,
they had a dip of almost 2 billion euros.
yeah.
That's huge. And they also had profits dip by over 2.2 billion euros.
Yeah. And this is the lowest year that they had since 2022.
Yeah. So, and as a result of that, their stock is actually down a lot. LVMH stock. So getting to the point, their
Wow.
stock is down 27% from the year ago.
And it looks like the 52-week low. How much does that show? I can't look at that. What's that number?
101.
And then the 52-week high is 159. So we're almost at the bottom, close to the bottom, because 101 was their lowest in the last year. Um, but now they're at 109. Yeah, but they definitely took a hit, which makes sense. When you report lower sales, lower revenue, it is reflected on your stock.
So is it undervalued right now? It's potentially undervalued. So let's go to Steve-O's favorite website and let's go to what is it? Analysis.
So do you notice the difference right there, though? Look at the price. So this is where the OTC and the actual stock market look at the price right there. It's 465. Where you were just at was
Yeah.
100, because that one is different, and that's where we'd be able to buy the one that was shown previously.
Uh, oh,
This is the ADR. This is what we would be able to buy in the US if you wanted to buy it.
the 109?
Yeah, but it doesn't represent one share. I think it's 1/5 of the share.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, but if we go back to the ADR, because well, actually, you want if you use the same, if you just copy that whole thing and then maybe put it into
This?
Yahoo Finance, yeah, yep.
Hmm. It's
So
kind of people are kind of split on it. Not a lot of analysis on it though.
not of analysis because it's a OTC market. I think we could go back to the original one that you had. Maybe that would give us more Okay. So we got four strong buys. So we're looking at the chart on the right side, right there. Yep. We got four strong buys, nine buys, and then the yellow one shows as 11 as a whole. And there's a few people that said it should be a sell. And then average price estimate is $561.52. Um, the one thing that I would say about the stock is even though it might be underpriced, the stock price is high. You know what I'm saying? So for the average
Yeah, the
consumer,
stock price is pretty
this is a
high.
yeah, it's a high entry point.
It's a high entry point. I mean, yeah, but it looks like it does swing. I mean, it's the lowest it's been in a while. Um, if you look at it, oh,
5 years, okay.
so I mean, in 1 year's down 27%. Um, so it's about half of what it was like at the peak. So you're looking at a 44% down. So if you're ever gonna own this stock, this is probably when you get it. You know what I mean? Like this is kind of and it has a lot of I mean look at this, like they're averaging a 561 expectation. And if we
Yeah.
look at in a year, they're expecting this to go 1 year target of 561. Right now it's at 465. So we're looking at over $100 a share potentially. But like you said, even if you put $10,000 into this thing, how much money can you really make, right?
Yeah, and I think just to support what you're saying, right? As far as positives, if we also look at the earning per share, it's $25 per share. So
Yeah,
meaning this company is generating a lot of money. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Per share, they're
yep.
generating. If we look at other clothing brands, and we looked at Louis Vuitton, which is at the highest. If you look at Nike and stuff, I know it's not necessarily comparable, but just looking at other clothing brands and stuff, they are like $2 per share, $3 per share, $25 per share is huge.
It's even higher than
Um,
Lululemon because remember Lulu was like a $14 or something yesterday. So for them to
yeah,
have a
and then when we,
$25,
yeah, and 25 is huge. Um, so that's another positive thing that they got going for them.
so let's see. Let's
You
go
know
back
what?
to this. Yeah, go ahead.
Does it have balance sheet in here?
You say what?
Does it have a balance sheet within the annual report?
No, that's it. This is over. We finished.
Man, you mind if we just go to Yahoo Finance? I just want to check one thing, and then we could close out. I just want to see because usually, if you go to the financials and go to balance sheet, I just want to see what kind of assets that they have. Okay, look at that. Total assets, they have $149 billion in assets. And if you drill down on that arrow on total assets, it'll
Whoa,
tell you what
what
they
do
have.
they own?
Current assets itself is they got $13 billion in cash. Look how much inventory they have. $23 billion. That's a lot.
Well, finished goods, 12 billion, 12.2 billion. Finished goods. So they got $12 billion worth of stuff sitting around waiting for us to buy it.
Yeah.
Wow. And then look at cash. These people got
Yeah, 30.
$13.5 billion in cash.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
I mean,
Um,
that's crazy number. Total non-current assets, goodwill, 46 billion, gross PPE, PPP? PPE, what's PPE? Oh, property, Okay.
Plan and
Building improvements. Is it the same shit we dealt with yesterday, where they were improving the stores and they kind of clogged it in?
no, in this case, they actually it looks like they actually own buildings, and then the
Yeah, but it says improvements also though. Look
no,
at it, buildings and improvement.
right, right. So improvements would be though if you bought a building and then you added other stuff to it. You know what I'm saying? It could be machinery, it could be you added lights to it, so on. But it's not like lease improvements. Lease improvements you're not holding. You know what I'm saying? This one they actually own.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. Um. Hmm. Machinery. I don't think they manufacture. They don't manufacture their own stuff.
I mean, they must be because if you were recording $23 billion in machinery, furniture, and equipment, you got some stuff that you do have.
Who's in the chat? We got 5 viewers. Welcome in, guys. We're not getting much from the annual report, so we're having to go to other sources to kind of get some numbers here.
And this guy was talking down to Yahoo Finance, but Yahoo Finance is actually giving more info than the annual statement.
Let's see. Does LVM is it LVMH
Mhm.
manufacture? I don't think they actually own the manufacturing plant. There's no way. Ooh. Okay. Yes, largely manufactures its own products, workshops, and production facilities in various countries, primarily in Europe. These workshops employ skilled craftsmen. Hmm.
And Hassan,
Recent reports have also highlighted challenges some manufacturing facilities, such as Texas factory, struggling with quality control and meeting production targets. So they're not always making this stuff in France. Then, if they have a factory in Texas.
yeah, them Texans are not meeting quality standards, bro.
All right. Well, we got to the end of this report.
And
I don't know.
Hassan,
I mean, so basically, some of the takeaways was that so profit, right? We didn't cover this part, but
mm,
they saw a big drop in wine and spirits. It was down across the board. So they were down 14% in profits last year compared to previous year.
yeah, they've seen a general decline. It looks like in the last 2 years in all areas. If you look at, except for selective retailing, they've taken a hit in all areas.
Guys, drop a comment. Who's in the chat? Let us know if there's anything else y'all want us to cover. Um,
So his son said, first of all, Yahoo Finance is carrying Yahoo. You are not lying, man.
that's
Yahoo
true.
Finance is absolutely carrying Yahoo. But he said,
This
didn't China expose all this?
during China, yes, there was a big controversy. Like they don't make this stuff in France. They were saying like, "Hey, we do a lot of the work, and then it goes to France. They do a little. They finish it, and then they say made in France." They had a controversy. I don't know if Louis Vuitton was one of those companies that got that. Let's see, who's in the chat? Drop a comment, drop a like, drop a subscribe, guys. Thanks for coming in.
So is the controversy that they're not making it in France? Like, and if they're not, what's the big deal? I don't get it. So check. Look at the last five
Let's
percent
see.
France.
No, Louis Vuitton products are not exclusively made in France. While France is central to Louis Vuitton's heritage and craftsmanship, Louis Vuitton's leather goods collected are product workshops in France, Spain, Italy, and the United States. Um, let's controversy. Yes, there has been some controversy around the manufacturing locations and their perceived impact on the brand image and quality. Um, Made in France perception. Louis Vuitton has historically emphasized its French origins. Like all the sunglasses are made by yes, yeah. The sunglasses, those are. There's one company that makes all the sunglasses, including Ray Bans, all kinds of stuff.
Really?
Yeah, and then they just slap the. I mean, hold on. I think I could check that, right? I could check. I could check. Let me get my Louis. Let me get my Louis. Wait a minute. What happened to my? Oh, okay. So I can speak to this. I can speak to this.
Does it say anything?
Huh?
Does it say where
This says made in Louisiana. It says made in Louisiana.
Bubba's Bubba shop?
Bubba shop down in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Yeah, I don't know what the big deal is. They got to do the same thing like Apple does. You know how Apple manufactures their products in China, but then
It's
it's
a
made
whole foreign thing, right?
designed in California. That's what Louis V got to do. Got to say designed in France. Then you avoid that right there.
Yeah, but iPhone is different than this because iPhone is a electronic
So,
brand, but
so
this is like a bragging thing. This is a status thing. Especially when you're in the States and all this other stuff. It's like Europe, luxury, foreign. I'm whipping a foreign. Why do people like fight over Mercedes, all this stuff? Even though they know, do you guys know, by the way, like Mercedes manufacturers in America, they don't make a lot of the stuff back in Germany or whatever it is. So, um, but that veil has been lifted now.
you think the average consumer cares if suddenly you find out, oh, it's not made in France, that they're gonna stop shopping, even though that
Hell yeah, man! If I find out, if I find out my Louis was made in Ohio by a lady named Barnett, I'm gonna be like, oh my god,
no more Louis for you. You must be.
no Louis for me, man. If I find out my Louis was made by a lady named Cheyenne in Youngstown, Ohio, or some shit like this, I'm not buying it no more.
Man, you
I'm
are
not paying all this expensive money for my Louis and my Gucci. It
yeah.
has to be, something that I can't pronounce. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Was salsa made in NYC. Man, so every time y'all buy stuff, y'all looking at where is it made from before you even try it, huh?
Hey, I'm just saying though. Would you eat tacos from Japan?
Yeah, if it tastes good, shoot, I don't
Oh,
care. I don't
no,
care
no,
from
no, no. Would you eat sushi from Uganda? Would you eat sushi from Uganda? You're not eating.
the secret recipe, dog. I don't care as
You're
long as
not
it
eating.
tastes good.
If you walk into a sushi restaurant and it's a Ugandan guy making you sushi, you're walking out of that restaurant.
Hey man,
You know what I'm saying? So I need my my luxury goods to be made in France, okay, or in some place I can't pronounce. You know what I mean?
you got the last MF.
All right. All right, people in the chat. People in the chat. Do you guys care? Do you guys care that your luxury brands are made in France, somewhere in Europe, some place I can't pronounce? Just like Kanye said, what is that, Versace? I need to be able to not pronounce this stuff.
Man,
I think it takes all
I
the
can see
magic
the
out of it. You don't agree? especially when
I
it comes
definitely
to
don't
this
agree.
old brand. Especially when it comes to these old brands, right? We have associated these brands with Europe.
Santa's just laughing. She ain't even giving an answer.
San, you know what I'm talking about. You would not eat no sushi made by Ugandan person. We all know
Hold on.
this.
First of all, example makes the person lean. Obviously, you don't want to eat a that one is more obvious. But if Louis V is made in America, you think people suddenly, you know what I'm saying? If it's made in Chicago, I don't care. You think people are gonna care? She said, "I'm a
Nah,
Versace fan."
man. No. It's like, I want my burger to be made in America. It's an American product. There is association with the product and the thing. Yeah,
I
Louis.
give you
If people, yeah, man, they don't want to know their friend LaQuisha made some Louis, and you know what I mean. Their friend Bob Jones went to work this morning and went to the Louis factory and came back. That is gonna lose all the sauce. It ain't gonna work.
Bob. Bob took that course in that Louis V website. You know what I'm saying? He got a
Oh my
certificate.
god. I don't want my, what I mean, I want to be able to not be able to pronounce these people's names.
Rebecca says definitely market it right, saying it's from Italy. It does have a perception of handmade. Um,
Yeah. I mean, even like rappers and everybody, they go to Europe for the fashion thing. Fashion is European. Americans, we're known for, being overweight, wearing cargo shorts, you know what I mean? Having a backpack on. The Europeans are the fashionistas, right? I mean, if it comes even from New York or LA, I can understand it. But it can't be from Ohio. It cannot be from Missouri.
yeah, if it's made in Mississippi, I'm definitely returning it. You know what I'm saying? Certain states, Louisiana, I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly. Wait. Not too much on Alabama, Mississippi, though. We're down here in the South. Okay, we got people in the chat that are from Alabama and Mississippi, so you better watch yourself.
Oh, all right. I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. Love y'all, man. I think we got to wrap up, though, man. We about to be 2 hours right now. 1 hour and 57 minutes.
This is the most viewer we've ever had. We got 5 people in the chat. We went down to
Brother.
4. But hey, thanks for everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, man. Much love to you guys, man. Let us know the next company that you want us to review. We're doing clothing only this week. We do already have a few suggestions, but if you have another one that you would like us to really cover, you know what I'm saying? We'll put it up on the board.
So, kind of final words on this company, Steve. What do you got for the people?
Final words is this company is very well diversified. Not only do they do apparel, they do, you know what I'm saying? They have watches, they have alcohol, spirits. They have so many luxury brands under, I think it's what, 70 we said?
75. Yep.
75. And these brands that we're talking about are like huge brands that is familiar with, and huge brands even in America. I mean, just Sephora, Tiffany's, Christian Dior, Louis V, Fendi, Vinci. So, and as far as revenue is concerned, too, this company is making a lot of money. They've been in business for years. So I think if you're looking for a company in the luxury market, this is definitely something worth looking at. Uh, Only concern is obviously this guy is a little bit old. I think once he transitions over, maybe uh, just take a more tactical approach as far as what their next direction is. But I think as it stands now, with the amount of money that they have, with the amount of exposure they have to different things, it's definitely something I would consider investing. How man?
Yeah, I think looking at the stock price, this is probably the lowest they've been in the last 5 years. Um, so from purely like a numbers thing, they had a dip in revenue, so this is why like their their revenue. I mean, their stock price went down, right? So you might want to take advantage. Now, if you don't think they're gonna keep being able to keep up with the sales, and that the last 3 years they were overpriced, and now they're just kind of coming back to where they need to be, that is also a possibility. But in terms of owning 75 brands under one company, that is huge. I don't think there's many opportunities where you own one stock and you own 75 brands.
Yeah.
I, I think this is potentially the biggest conglomerate company possibly we have in the world. I don't know of any other company that, maybe like Pepsi, those kind of people, those kind of companies have a lot of brands underneath them. Coca-Cola, I can think of other companies like this. So this company is on the level of those companies. That's how much brand they have. So um like you said, it's well diversified in a way. They're catching on to trends like getting Rihanna on. Now they got Beyonce on. So they're working with like new things. They're not staying stagnant. Um, yeah. So Bree saying she cares about the whole being Europe and all that.
Mhm.
But you know, like you said, they have trendy brands in here. Like this is not old brands. The respect is still there for Louis Vuitton and Fendi. Those respects haven't went away. They haven't been like like new brands that have kind of replaced them, especially when it comes to status and things like this, right? Like you see rich people, like if you go to the rich part of town anywhere in the world, they're still holding on to Louis. I mean, unless you go like higher, you go to Birkins and those kind of things. Louis and all those, so they're still kind of the standard when it comes to luxury. So um I think there's still a good company to hold. It's cheap right now, right? So it's priced well. So I would definitely look into buying this. Yeah, that's my take on that.
Oh, y'all heard it, guys.
Well, what else we got going on this week, Steve? So everybody on the chat, we stream every night. We This is fashion week. This is fashion week, right? Thursday is gonna be Throwback Thursday, so we're gonna cover some old brands. We're looking at like Tommy Hilfiger, I think was one, or was it Tommy or was it
Well, we got Fubu, Sean John.
Sean
Um,
John?
that
Some
those are the ones we're gonna do in the throwback. Um,
Throwback Thursdays. That's what we're gonna cover on Thursday. Tomorrow, what do we have? We we,
Tomorrow,
we had some,
man, we gonna do
huh?
Nike and Nikes tomorrow.
Oh, Nike. Yeah.
Also said it, yeah. We're gonna do Nike tomorrow, man, and American brand. Um, well, obviously, a lot of history there. It was a recommendation for Ralph Lauren.
Ralph
Uh,
Lauren, yeah.
Ralph Lauren is another one that we are thinking about doing.
We might throw that in the I think Thursday I'm thinking kind of like an open, you know, thing, not one company, and we kind of,
Yeah,
we
with
kind
the
of jump around on Thursday. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, guys, if you have any other suggestions, man, drop it in the comments.
Coach, yep. Coach is another one that Brie had mentioned, so that's on the list also.
Yeah.
So guys, we're streaming all week, including Saturdays and Sundays. We might be doing a chill stream, maybe like Friday or Saturday, where we got into other topics, taxes. We're just gonna do a chill stream on that one of those days. So make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all put the bell notification. And so, Steve, I find out something earlier when I was in the back of the YouTube algorithm and things. So for us to be monetized, we need 500 subscribers
Yeah.
and 3,000 watch hours.
Damn. Okay.
So everybody watching, we need y'all support. We need y'all to watch these videos. And we need the goal is, let's try to get to 500 by the end of this year. I think that we could do it. We're gonna definitely work hard to make it happen, and we're gonna celebrate with a big Dom bottle if we get to the 500 monetization.
Yeah, we're gonna invite all these core people too. We gotta celebrate with these people, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, this is probably the longest stream we've had in a while, Steve-O.
Real man. All right, guys. Much love.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying with us this whole 2 hours. We really appreciate the support. Um, and we'll see you guys tomorrow around the same time.
All right. Peace, guys.
Peace out, guys. Thanks.